households are messed up. And the reason being is because we either allow Satan to get into it, or we came into the truth not knowing how to fix it. Okay, and the thing is, there's a lot of things growing up in this earth, or the families that we were chosen to come out of, some of the families that we were born into, the adults didn't know how to teach us anything. You know, a lot of us come out of parents who just didn't know how to teach us the Most High's word, or they didn't know how to walk in the truth. So the struggle that we have as Israelites coming into the truth is learning the Most High's word and learning how to use it during the course of our lives. But it's important, and I wanted to go over it because this is what's going on. Our houses are being ripped apart each way and every way because we don't know how to walk, even those who've been in the truth a long time. So let's see how important our houses are. Let's go to Colossians 3:17 first and foremost. And I say shalom to the 12 tribes who are scattered abroad. All right. Greetings. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem, Hamashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to the Abanawa by him. Everything is by the Father and by the Son. And we say this every time we open up the Bible to teach. Okay, and we're going to continue to say that until we get this thing fixed through the will of Hamashiach Yahushai through the Father. All right. So first thing first, let's go to Matthew chapter 10. And those of you who are online, those of you who are able to get online, it's a blessing to be here. All right, so Matthew chapter 10, verse 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out, and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Okay, this is important. When we go out and speak to our people are sick. Right? They have all kinds of illnesses, diseases, not just physically, but also mentally. So we're trying to bring that clarity to them. That's why it's almost like what we do when we go out, or even when you're just out and about. When you see the same person over and over and they know you're in the truth, they know you're going to hit them with the truth. And that's a medicine. Okay, what does the doctor do? Gives you medicine, and it takes time for that medicine. They say, okay, take this pill for 10 days. Once you take that pill for 10 days, you're expecting it to be healed after that 10th day you use it, right? Okay, so it's the same thing with the truth. We got to continually go out there and constantly hit our people with the medicine over and over and over because they keep getting sick. The thing is, our people are not reading this Bible night and day. Like Joshua 1:8 says, meditate on it day and night. Our people are not doing that. They're taking the medicine, they're taking the pill one day, and they're not following instructions. They skipped the pill for another 5 days. It did take the pill. Now, medicine don't work that way. Medicine works when you take it every day. And it's the same thing with these scriptures. Okay? So that's why he says, go out there, give this man no rest. In order to give this man no rest, we got to teach nonstop. Nonstop. YouTube videos, Facebook, all the stuff got to be continually pushed out there to heal our people. Okay? And it's a great work that has to be done. Great work. Okay? When you look at the scriptures, let's go to Matthew 22, and we'll come back to Matthew 10. The scriptures talks about how devastating this time period is going to be and how many workers are going to be called. Let's go to Matthew 22, verse 14. Matthew 22, verse 14. For many are called, but few are chosen. You see that? So there's only going to be a few that's called to do what? To do the work. The laborers are few, but the harvest is plentiful. Plentiful. All right, let's go back to Matthew chapter 10. So many are called, but few are chosen. So you know why he says many are called? Because many come in, and when they eat that roll, the first thing they do is they swallow. It's sweet. It goes to their belly. It's sorrowful. People don't want to work when nobody wants to listen. They start giving up. That's why you see people come in the truth and fall out the truth. Because the work is very laborious. You got a lot of work to do. And so people give up. Very easy to give up when no one's listening to you. Okay? So you got to be that. What did he say in the Apocrypha? And Second Esdras. Let's go there real quick. Let me see here. 2 and 46. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so the point that I want to get is there, but there's another point too. Yeah, here it is. I'll read 46 on down to 48. The water. This is 2 Ezra 2 and 46. It says, Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. That's what we do. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Most High, for the Lord. All right, so this is what we're doing. You got to stand fast. You got to stand fast. Women, men, even children that teach this word, you got to stand fast. Don't give up. You got to keep going. Because why? Because we're trying to protect the houses of Israel. That's what we're doing. So I read it again. It says, So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the living power, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Mashiach. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Most High thy power thou hast sent. So he's telling Ezra to tell the men that's with him to do the same thing. In order for us to be a part of that number, we got to do the same thing. Most High has always sent a witness to observe and to come back and write it down so we could read it and do the same thing. It's the same thing. Today it's the same thing. We're witnesses for the Most High. All right. So going back to Matthew chapter 10, we got to continually give them the medicine. Verse 2. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who was called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, tax collector, James the son of Alphaeus, and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, which was an Israelite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. Judas, of course, was from the tribe of Judah, with a name like that. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles. He's making a distinction. Don't go to the heathen. He says, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Because the Samaritans, they were numerous during that times in that land. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick. There it is again. What are we going to be doing? Healing the sick. Cleanse the lepers. Raise the dead. Cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. So when he says freely you have received, freely give, just like you receive life, you got to give life back. It's the same thing. You got to give life back, man. You got life, now you got to give life. Give life to the people who need it. Because it's not about what you have. It's not about, that don't mean nothing. When you're in the hospital and you can't speak and you bedridden, what do you have? Nothing. And you just sitting there with your eyes open. You got nothing. There's a lot of people go out like that. They sit in the hospital all day. Why you think Yahushua says, Go speak to my people who are in the hospitals? The Most High remembers that stuff. Those are things being put up in heaven. He remembers those because they just sitting there. There's nobody coming to visit them. You got nurses coming in there treating you any kind of way. You just sitting there. In your mind, all you can do is think about the goodness of the things that you did in the past and the sins that you broke what you did in the past. That's all you can think about. Okay, so Yahushua said, Go feed my people who are in the hospitals and in the prisons. You got to do that too. All right, because they just sitting there, ain't nobody bringing them no good news of the gospel. This is good stuff. What we talking, this is riches that we talking about right here. This is rich, man. While the world's doing their thing, they got liberty to learn this word, they not. Verse 9, provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purses. See? He said, I don't care if you're rich and you're in this truth. Leave that stuff at home. Leave it at home. Trust in me. That's what he's saying. And he says, nor strip for your journey. He said, don't worry about no strip. He says, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor ye staves, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. Now, many people don't understand what that means. For the workman is worthy of his meat. The workman is when you go out and you do this truth. Now, when you go out and you work and you actually really working, I'm not talking about going out there and cursing people out. I'm talking about really working. You're trying to change the minds of the people. You're trying to help the people. Do you know that person will provide? He will go and get you something to eat and bring it back to you. We've had that done before. People come back, hey, you need anything to drink? You need anything to eat? They'll bring it right back to you. If you're sincere and you're doing the good work and it's blessing people, you telling them about the commandments, you bringing them out of sin that they were doing before, you bringing them back to the word. That's a blessing. That's why it says a workman is worthy of his meat. When you're working and you're doing diligence and you're being sincere about it, it'll come back to you. Because what does the body need? Really, what does the body need? Body don't need nothing but food. That's it. Whether it be mentally or physically, that's all the body needs. Look, think about all the homeless people who don't have nothing, who are out there in the streets. That's why I say that's another form of going into the hospitals. When you go on the streets, it's the same thing. You got people living on the streets. All right. Now, I mean, you might have different types of homeless people. You might have certain people on drugs. You know, you got certain people that choose to be out there. You got certain people who are just mentally gone. But the overall thing is they are homeless. And they live on the streets and they don't require much. All they require is their little cardboard, their sleeping bag, which they wear when they get kicked out of their spot and they're walking down the street. They got it on like a jacket. You know, but for the most part, they don't require much. You know, but this word. That's why all that stuff is not important. It's really not important. You know, that's the kicker. And we'll get into that, you know, being a house as well. Your body is a house. What does your body house? Your spirit. Okay, let's go to verse 11.
Victoria has left the conference.
And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. Okay, so whatever city you do, there's always going to be some people that walk up to us that's going to listen. There's going to be some people who are worthy of listening to the word of the Most High, that need it, that need that healing. Verse 12. And when you come into a house, salute it. Okay, how many of y'all do that? You go into a blessed house, or you go into a house where they welcome you and you salute it. They welcome your words of the Most High, all of that. How often do you brothers and sisters say, bless this house? You know, we gotta practice. This is a power that we have that a lot of us forget. We forget about it. We go in this house, that house, but we forget about the power that we have. Most High says when you go into a house, bless it. If they honor you. You come in there, they feed you. That's a blessing. You bless the house. All right? Bless the house. You know? If they're not trying to change, they may change eventually. By you blessing the house, you just offer mercy on that house for them to change. All right? Verse 13. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. See that? Now, we've been to a brother's house and taught in a brother's house, and it wasn't the brother who owned the spot that bucked up against the word. It was another brother in the house bucked up against the word. He was not worthy of receiving any of the words that we was giving him. Now, in that particular fashion, I'm going to ask you brothers and sisters a question. Do you curse the house? Is it necessary to curse a house like that? If the brother who offered you to come in and feed you was willing to let you in, but another brother who was there at the house cursed you, who did not live there, do you curse the house? Yes or no? Yes or no? Anybody want to respond?
I would say no.
Right. Good answer. So you wouldn't curse the house. You still leave that blessing on the house because that person is also a visitor at that house. But say if it was the other person's house, you don't necessarily have to curse it because you're angry and walk away and shake your feet off. You could just walk out. Now, if you go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more times and he's still cursing you, yeah, then you just dust the feet off your feet. But that brother still has mercy too. He's trying to learn. Verse 14. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of the house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Now, you go into a whole house and everybody can curse you. Now you have the opportunity to dust off your feet. Dust off your feet and move on. That could also mean an office. It could mean a room. You know what I'm saying? You can dust your feet off. If you go into a corporation and you go into a businessman office and he don't give you a loan, dust your feet off. Y'all don't understand the kind of power that we have. We got some serious power. Dust your feet off in that office if you don't get the loan. Alright? He don't even have to know what you're doing. If he don't know the Bible, guess what? He just been cursed. Alright? Dust your feet off.
Is that a like symbolic?
It is symbolic.
Thing,
it is symbolic and it is physical too. Dust. If you go into the Middle East with Ishmael, this is some I had to learn about Ishmael. I used to study customs. Ishmael, when you go over to the Middle East, you know how people sit over here, men, they'll be wearing a suit and they'll they'll cross their legs, but they won't cross it like a woman, they'll cross it like a man. And the foot of their sole will be pointing a certain direction. When they got it up, okay, that's a curse in the Middle East with Ishmael. If that soul is pointed towards you, that's a curse. Okay? And they take that very seriously over there in that country. Okay? So it's the same thing with our custom. Dust your feet off. Shake them off. Dust them against the doorpost. And move on. That's your custom. That's our custom. Okay?
So it's just like cutting off all connections.
Cutting off all connections. Right. And that's not because of your emotions. That's because they rejected the Most High's word. So don't get it twisted. It's not because you get mad because that person don't want to listen to me and this and that. It's because of the Most High word. Now, when it comes to a business loan, yes, they just cursed themselves, really. Because where's that scripture in Genesis? Genesis 12. Let's go there real quick. Remember who you are. You're the sons and daughters of Jacob. Let's go to Genesis 12 and 2. Genesis, I started 1. Now the Most High has said, Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show you. All right? And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless you, and make thy name great. Now when you walk into a place, isn't your name Jacob? Isn't that your forefathers? Your name should be great. Everybody should know that you're the daughter of Jacob. All right? Thou shalt be a blessing. This is another reason why brothers and sisters need to start wearing their customs. So people will recognize you right off the back as being sons and daughters of Jacob. Verse 3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curse you. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. See that right there? Now they curse you by not giving you a loan when you follow all the guidelines you've owned up to the guidelines. Okay, they say, oh, you got to have this you got to have a 500 credit score in order to get this loan. You got it. They say you cannot have a foreclosure. You got it. You don't have a foreclosure. You got it. Boom. Everything, all the guidelines you meet, and then you go in there and they don't give it to you. Yeah, dust your feet off. You follow all the guidelines that they asked you to do, and then they turned around and said no. There's some bigotry there. It's time to walk out. Some racism there. It's time to walk out. All right? Same thing if you try to get a house. Same thing if you try to get a car. If you follow all the guidelines, you got everything that's point for point, and then they turn you down, dust your feet off. All right. Let's go back to Genesis chapter 10, verse 11. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into a house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. See, you can do that too, before you do this. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of the house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. See that? Crazy, right? That's crazy. So, but that's the truth. This is Yahushua coming from his mouth. So he's telling you the kind of power that we have as Israelites, as sons and daughters of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, well, the Most High is going to do his will on the whole country. But first we got to do ours. Let's go to Proverbs 3 and 33. Let's go back to a minute scale, because we still try to understand what we got to do. Proverbs 3 and 33. The curse of the Most High is in the house of the wicked, but he blesses the habitation of the just. So this is what we have to do. Stay just by what? Keeping the commandments, right? That's the golden rule, keeping the commandments. A lot of you brothers and sisters, when you buy a new house or move into a new house or a new apartment to rent, first thing you should do when you go into that house is do what? Bless your house. You should anoint your house. Okay? If you don't do that, then just think about it. If that house is not a brand new house, because we're in the land of our curses, that house, it may have mildew all in the walls. That's a form of leprosy. Okay? We're going to be living amongst curses. In curses. I mean, we're walking on the land of a curse. Okay? So there's no escape from that part. We work on the land of a curse. We eat on the land of a curse. But we can bless our surroundings and bless our families, right? That's another house. So there's different types of houses. You got to understand this. All right? But we bless the house that we say, so you move into a new place, bless that house. All right? Because now you're going to be in there. All those evil spirits that's in there, you want them spirits out. Bless every room. Anoint every room. Now that you're there. Run them doggone demons out of that house. All right? So the Most High could protect you by sending his angels down on earth. You don't know what was in there. They could have been doing exorcisms, or somebody could have died in that house. You don't know. So bless your houses when you go there. And make sure when you bless your house, make sure you ain't got no homosexual brother that's staying in the next room, or homosexual sister staying there, because the blessing ain't going to reach the Most High. All right? Wait till that person leave before you bless the house or something. But definitely you want to pray over your house. Pray over every little inch and cranny of your house, as well as your children, as well as your parents, as well as everything. All right? As well as Israel, most importantly. Let's go to 2 Samuel 7 and 29. 2 Samuel 7 verse 29. It says, Therefore now let it please thee to be the house of thy servant, that it may continue forever before thee. For thou, O power, thy power, hast spoken it. And with thy blessing let the house of thy servant be blessed forever. See that? So you want your house to be blessed. And he's not only talking about the four walls and the roof. He's talking about also your seed, your generations. He wants your house, the fruit of your loins, to be blessed forever. Let's go to Psalms 115 and 12. Very important to bless your house every day. You know what I mean? You can ward off all those spirits from even coming to your house. I see Jehovah's Witnesses walking by all the time. You know what? They don't come to my house no more. They must feel something different about this house. They don't even, if I'm here on Shabbat, they don't come to my house. I look out the window. I look out the window. They walk right by my house. Jehovah's Witnesses are scared to come to my house. And then when they do come, sometimes I give them the word, sometimes I won't. It just depends. All right. But for the most part, I sit there and look out my window. They walk right by. I see them every Shabbat. All right. Psalms 150. And just think, if they could get up and go out there and knock on people's doors, why can't we go out and teach our people? What's the problem with going out in the streets and teaching our people about the truth? What's the problem with some brothers say that's wrong? I don't understand. You got Jehovah's Witnesses, they do it, and they don't stop. They give people no rest, and that's the way we should be in this truth. We got to stand stiffly for the Most High. Give these people no rest. Hand out flyers. You don't have to necessarily go out and you could just hand out flyers. You could generate a conversation by handing a flyer out. You know, Psalms 115 and 12. Because, you know, it's funny. Most people, when you hand them a flyer, they think it's for a restaurant, or they think it's for a club. They think it's for some naked girls. But the last thing they think that you hand them a flyer about a black Yahushai. When they see that flyer, they're going to double take. Believe me, they're going to double take when they see a flyer with a black Yahushai on there. And a breakdown of who all the peoples are of the earth. They're going to look at that flyer a little bit closer. All right, Psalms 115. And let's go to the 12th verse. The Most High have been mindful of us. He will bless us. He will bless the house of Israel. He will bless the house of Aaron. Okay. He will bless them that fear the Most High, both small and great. The Most High shall increase you more and more, you and your children. You are blessed of the Most High, which made heaven and earth. Even the heavens are the Most High's, but the earth hath he given to the children of men. So people say, okay, we're going to go up in the clouds and live in the clouds. No, the Most High created the earth for us to rule on the earth. He didn't create the heavens for us to rule in the heavens. The earth is a form of a heaven. This is why a lot of our people are just bugged out, man, because, you know, they've been taught the Christianity doctrine. That you work hard all your life and you do all this stuff to die and go to heaven. No, heaven is here on the earth. We got to make this place our heaven. Remember, the Most High is going to bring his kingdom on the earth. We just got to fix it. We're the little workers. We're the plumbers and the carpenters. We're trying to fix this place. It got a constant leak and the wood keep rotting, and we still working. It's rotting and it's leaking faster than we can fix it. Okay? This is why we got to continually teach. Look at verse 17. It said, the dead praise not the Most High. Okay, so who are the dead? The dead are all these people walking around who don't even want to believe this word. Their houses are corrupt. When I say houses, their bodies are corrupt. Okay? Let's go to Proverbs 21 and 16 real fast to show you a precept. Who's the dead? Proverbs 21 and 16. Proverbs 21 verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So all these people are wandering without understanding. They're all in the congregation or the house of the dead. All of them. People that go to church, Christianity church, they going on the wrong day first on Sunday? Really? That's the first day of the week. People say, oh, you being analytical. No, that's what it is. You tell somebody Sunday is Monday. You see how mad they get. No, Sunday's not Monday. Sunday's Sunday. Okay, well, it's the same thing with the Most High's day. His day is on a Saturday. Saturday is Shabbat. That's what Shabbat means. All right, it means 7. Wow. Okay, so that's who the dead is. Those who wander away from the Most High. All right, let's go back to Psalms 115. And let's read verse 17. The dead praise not the Most High, neither any that go down into silence. All right, remember what Yahushua said when he went to go talk to one of the men who was about to go to his father's funeral, and he said, follow me. And the man said, I will, but first let me bury my father. And what did Yahushua say? Let the dead bury the dead. Now he said that because they wandered out the way of the Most High. That his father probably was following the wrong ways from the get-go. He was already dead. All the people there doing the same thing. They was already dead. They weren't trying to change and follow the commandments. They was already dead. That's why I said, let the dead bury the dead. All right? That's why when you go to a funeral, nobody want to hear you talk. With Brother Anash, he used to enjoy just going to funerals so he could get up there for 5 minutes to say his part about the truth. And they usher him off the doggone pulpit. They didn't want him even speaking the truth. Okay? Every time. I mean, I love the brother. That's why we call him Anash, because Anash means to punish. He punished people with the sword. That's why his name's Anash. You know, he get up in the funeral, he be telling the truth, and people run him off the doggone pulpit. Crazy, man. Back to 18. It says, but we will... You got something to say, Al?
Yeah, I wonder if that verse we use that on 115 and 17.
Oh,
you talking about the earth, the heavens and the earth. That speaks up. If you read verse 16, it tells you about that, which you were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Remain in the earth.
Right. Yeah, it's on the earth. It says the heaven, even the heavens are the Most High, but the earth hath he given to the children of men. See that? We ain't supposed to be in the heavens. This is the heaven. There's 3 heavens. This is the first. This is the first heaven, down here. Second heaven's up there where the birds are. The third heaven, from the birds. The second heaven is birds, all the way to moon, stars, quasars, all that stuff. Third heaven is dimensional. Remember what Paul said in 2 Corinthians? Go to 2 Corinthians 12. Let me show you. Let me show you the third heaven. 2 Corinthians 12. I think it's the 2nd verse. Second Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. I'll start at 1. It is not expedient for me, doubtless to glory, I will come to visions and revelations of the Hamashiach. I knew a man in Hamashiach above 14 years ago. Whether in the body, I cannot tell, or whether out of the body, I cannot tell. The Most High knoweth. Such a one caught up to the third heaven. That's why they can't find him. He's in a different dimension. The third heaven. Okay? There's 3 heavens. Look at verse 3. And I knew such a man, whether in the body or out of the body, I cannot tell, but the Most High knoweth, how that he was caught up into paradise, and heard unspeakable words, which it is not lawful for man to utter. That's heavy. Just imagine hearing something you're not supposed to ever speak it again. He heard words that's not even part of this realm. When you look at our minds can only go so far. We can't even compute what's in another dimension. I mean, it's like there's a closed door. We can't even look that far. I don't care how much knowledge you have. But he saw it. Paul saw it, and he heard it. Something totally just crazy. Some crazy words. You know what I mean? He said he dare not utter it. That's heavy. Let's go back to Psalms 115. So there's 3 heavens. Psalms 115 verse 16. The heaven, even the heavens, are the Most High's. Now he's telling you where the heavens are. Whose is it? Does it say man's? No, it says it's the Most High. But the earth hath he given to the children of men. Bam. Like you said, he telling you who controls which realm. The Most High even controls this one, but he said, look, I created men. Now, does he talk about all the other planets? No. All he talks about is the moon and the sun. Right? That's as far as our minds are supposed to really compute. Verse 17. The dead praise not the Most High, neither any that go down into silence. But we will bless the Most High from this time forth and forevermore. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High. All right. So, you know, these verses. So also, you know, like I said, when we go into these houses, we either salute it or we curse it. Now you understand how you curse it and how you salute it. Okay? You just don't curse it right off the back. Some brothers read that word for word. I'm just going to curse it the first time. No, he said forgive 7 times 70. That's why you have to understand precepts. Give a brother a chance. Just don't curse him. You know what I mean? That's heaping coals on your face, man. You know, that's heaping coals on your mind. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 21. Matthew 5 and 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. You curse somebody without giving them the benefit of the doubt, Most High going to bring judgment on you. Verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, Thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. See that? You know what that means? You cursing a brother right off the back. You didn't even give him a chance to have mercy. You just cursed him. Alright? Remember what Yahushua said to the disciples? He told them they wanted to bring hellfire down, and he says, I didn't come in here to destroy men's lives. I came to bring repentance to save their lives. Because look at our people today. They are destroyed. They don't understand anything. They don't have the medicine. And here you are bringing them, like I said, medicine requires the doctor to give you a prescription with instructions. And those instructions pronounce that you take that medicine 3 times a day for 10 days. Now the scriptures, you got to do the same thing. You just don't give them 1 dose and expect it to be clean. It's not going to happen. You got to continually give the doses over and over and over and over and over and over. All right. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 6 and 19. It's a continuous thing. We grow in this truth. Remember Yahushua, when he was 12 years old, he said he grew exceedingly in the spirit. He kept growing. 1 Corinthians 6 and 19. Some of us are late bloomers, some of us are early bloomers. 1 Corinthians 6 and 19. What know ye not, that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of the Most High, and ye are not your own? Right? So your body may be yours, you think, but no, it's not really yours. It's the Most High's. It houses your spirit. Verse 20. For ye are bought with a price, therefore glory the Most High in your body and in your spirit, which is the Most High's. So everything that the Most High has given you, when you came out the womb, the Most High gave you this body. 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 ears, 2 eyes, one nose, and 1 mouth. Some people get 6 fingers on 1 hand. Alright, but the Most High gave you a perfect body. A lot of you. Be blessed in that. Don't scar it up with tattoos. Don't bleach your hair blonde. Don't do all this crazy stuff. You know, the Most High blessed you with what you have. Be thankful. Alright? Then on top of that, your spirit is blessed. So it's not yours, it's the Most High. Alright? It's not like the Amtrak train or the subway where you see a white train and you go paint graffiti all over. That's not your body. Alright? You don't do that. Nowadays, that's all you see, brothers scarring up their bodies. You know, some of the fraternities, they burning their skin to put emblems on it. You know, they're doing crazy stuff. Let's go to Genesis 28 and 6. Yeah, Genesis 28 and 6. And before I go there, let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's get Sirach 38 about your body. I was just sitting there thinking. Sirach chapter 38 verse 9. Sirach 38:9. It says, My son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Most High, and he will make thee whole. So when you sick, the Most High created that physician to help you, but not only that, prayer is also required. So it's the same thing with the scriptures. Prayer is required when you learn in the scriptures. All right. It says, leave off from sin and order thy hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. All right. So this is important. People call me right when I'm teaching. All right. So let's go back to Genesis. Genesis 28:6. That's how Satan works. He wait for you to be doing his Most High's work, and then he start bothering you. You know, start calling you. Have people knocking on your door when you're doing the work. That's how it normally happens. Genesis 28:6. And I'm going to read this. When Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padam Aram to take him a wife from thence, and that he blessed him, he gave him a charge, saying, thou shalt not take a wife of thy daughters of Canaan. So this is after he blessed him, he gave him instructions. See, we have to understand, we have to follow instructions, man. A lot of us don't like following instructions. We hate it. We want to do our thing. Our children don't want to follow their parents' instructions. They think that they know, but they don't know nothing. It's the same thing with us. We think we know the Most High's way, but we don't. His ways are so much higher than ours. Verse 7. And that Jacob obeyed his father and his mother, and was gone to Padan Aram. So he did the commandment. What was that, the fourth greatest commandment? The fifth greatest commandment? Obeyed his mother and his father. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father, then went Esau unto Ishmael, and took unto the wives he had Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abram's son, the sister of Naboth, to be his wife. So he ignored his father and went and married not just a Canaanite wife, but he married an Ishmaelite wife. So he did not follow the instructions of the Most High. This is one of the reasons why the Most High hates Esau. That's one of the reasons. Esau kept going against the will of his father. This is, and Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night, because the sun was set. And the difference is this. The difference is this. Jacob was a man that feared the Most High. Now you get some fathers that don't fear the Most High. You're still supposed to follow their instructions, but filter it with the scriptures. You know what I mean? Filter it with the scriptures. Jacob was a man that feared, but a lot of your fathers don't fear the Most High. Alright, so that's the difference. But you still give them respect. It says, and he took of the stones of that place, and put them for his pillows, and lay down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of the Most High ascending and descending on it. So the Most High, since he blessed them to follow his parents, then the Most High started dealing with them. Start showing them visions. Start showing them the heavens above. Showing them how angels descend on the earth and how angels go back up to the heavens. Alright? So Jacob saw this. How many brothers you know saw that? Just like we just read in 2 Corinthians. Alright? Paul saw a vision. And he saw the heavens. See? There's many Israelites who was able to go into the heavens and see what was going on. Not just Elijah. Not just Yahushua. There was other brothers that went. Okay? And behold, the Most High stood above it, and said, I am the power of Abraham thy father, and the power of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. Now how did we get to the west? We were scattered. He was showing him a vision, but he didn't mention the curses to him. Alright? The curses was mentioned in the book of Exodus. That's how we got to the west. Alright? So we're all over the place now. This is part of the scattering. And in thee and in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Think about this though. Just really think about this. Now Jacob was a man of the tents. He didn't never want to go nowhere. How you going to get a man like that to leave his country? He didn't want to leave. So how did he get from the north to the west to the south? Esau was a man of the fields, not Jacob. Jacob loved being at home. In order for Jacob to be scattered, he had to break the blessings that he received from his father and his father's father, and therefore brought on the scattering of Israel. That's how we got to the north. So this is all prophecy of us being on the west coast, in the north, in the east. This is a prophecy. And this all came about based on Deuteronomy 28 and 15. All right, so it was prophesied here in Genesis chapter 28. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Most High is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place! This is none other but the house of the Most High. See that house? So, like I said, not only is your four walls and your roof a house, but also your body. So the house of Jacob is way over here. That's why I titled this Your Home, Your House. The house of Jacob is all over the earth right now. Right now, us on this conference call, we're the house of Israel. Right now. We're assembling. We're gathering. All right. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it. So why am I reading this? Because in your house, what should you do? The same thing. When you go into your house, you should pray over your house. Anoint your house. Pour oil or dab oil on your walls. Dab oil on your bed. Frankincense, myrrh, olive oil. Anoint your house. Get all those evil spirits out of your house. This is what our forefathers did. They anointed the house. Get some olive oil, just dab the doorpost. Okay? Very important, man. Verse 19. And he called the name of that place Bethel. This is where Bethlehem comes out of. Bethel was its original name. But the name of that city was called Luz at the first. Now, Luz in Spanish is called light. When you look at Luz, it means light, la luz. But in the Hebrew, la'az, it means this is a city of old. This is where the old people dwelled. And who are the people of old? The ancient people? Us. Okay? And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of that city was called Luz at the first, La'az. And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, if the Most High will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, and shall the Most High be my power. So our house is waiting for us over there in Jerusalem. That's our city, city of peace. And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be the Most High's house. And of that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the 10th unto thee. So we're going to get that. That's where we're supposed to go. All right. I'm going to bring out 4 more verses. And, you know, when Jacob blessed his son, when Jacob was blessed by his father, Isaac, you know, Isaac was just following protocol. When you read Sirach chapter 3, you're supposed to honor your father. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's all in the scriptures. I want to take you, brothers and sisters, to 1 Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. And let's go to verse 22. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil, and the very power of peace sanctify you wholly. And I pray the Most High your whole spirit. Remember he said your whole body, pray yourself whole. In Sirach 38, he says, I pray the Most High your whole spirit and soul and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of our power. So what does that mean? That means to be perfect. Our people say you can't be perfect.
Sorry, yes. Has left the conference.
Our people say you can't be perfect, but you can be perfect. You can be perfect. That's why I said pray your body whole. You want your whole spirit in your body to be whole, right? Blameless. Every little itch of your hatred that you had, you gotta let all that go, man. You gotta let that stuff go. Have almost a forgetting mind when it comes to sin. Forget about that stuff and pray it off. You know what I mean? You gotta do it like debt. You gotta get rid of it. All right, let's go to Psalms 86 and 2. Psalms chapter 86, and we're going to read verse 2. Preserve my soul, for I am holy, O power, my power. Save thy servant that trusted in thee. And that's what we have to do. Be merciful unto me, O power, for I cry unto thee daily. Like I said, in order to be whole, you have to do this daily. You have to meditate daily.
Victoria,
all right.
has arrived.
Let's go to Psalms 121 and 7. Psalms chapter 121 verse 7. The Most High shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Most High shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. Remember what we read in Matthew chapter 10 and 11. He says, bless those houses that, let's go back to Matthew. Let me quote it word for word. It's the same thing. Matthew 10 and 11. And into whatsoever city or town ye enter, inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence. And when ye come into a house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come up upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. See that? So whatever city you go in, or whatever city you go out, do what's necessary to the Most High. Let's go back to Psalms 121 and 8. The Most High shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So you're a walking bullet for the Most High. That's what you are. You're a walking time bomb for the Most High, basically. You know, that's engulfed with words of the Most High. You know what I mean? Explosion of words. Let's go to Isaiah 26 and 3. We'll stop here. Actually, I went longer than what I thought I would go. But that's how it be when you get into the Spirit. Isaiah 26 and 3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee. So perfect peace means to pray your body whole. So anybody that say you can't be perfect is just stupid. You can practice to be perfect. Alright? This constant rehearsal. Practice over and over and over to be perfect. At the end of the night, do a calculation on what you did all day. Think about everything you did from the moment you got up to the time you went to bed. That's what your prayer at night is supposed to be about. You think about everything you did, and then you ask for forgiveness on the things that you broke. And then you pray for the next day. And you pray for peaceful rest. And your children and everybody around you. Then you go into the next day. You wake up that morning, pray again for forgiveness of your dreams, what you may have been dreaming in your dream. Because in your subconscious mind, you may be doing crazy stuff, man. Satan gets into your dreams. You're like, man, I can't believe I did that in my dream. Pray against it. Pray against it. And then move on, pray for your day. Alright? So with that, I'm going to say shalom. Are there any other questions?
The Lord of hosts, I took you from the pastures and from following the sheep to be prince over my people Israel. I have been with you wherever you have gone and have destroyed all the enemies in your path. I will make you a great name among the great ones of the earth. I will assign a place for my people in Israel. There I will plant them, and they shall dwell in their own land.